want these colors for something to pull from when you need color. And so I am going to do mostly neutral, but then I'm going to use this kind of royal navy, and I think that would be very pretty, especially considering what I have on today. So since I don't have a highlighter, and I don't really have a transition color, because this was a lighter color that if you were going to use that for, then what you can do is use some of the face makeup in a palette, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take, I'm not even going to use that brush because I don't know the last time it was cleaned. I am going to use this Lumiere color right here. Can you see that? This Lumiere color. And I'm just going to use a blender, and I'm going to go all over with that, but especially here. It is a highlighter, but I'm going to go all over with it because it is a highlighter. It's going to almost serve like a transition for me. Definitely where it belongs, which is under the brow, is where you put highlighter mostly, and then in the inner corner, of course. And I'm going to dust it over the rest of my eye, over the eyelid. May do two because this isn't very light. And especially in the inner corner. There we go. Okay. So we're using the highlighter for highlight. Go figure. How's that look? It's subtle, but I like it. Y'all, I am hot. Why am I so hot? Maybe it's because in the middle of the summer I'm wearing a winter tunic because I'm inside and I am in, look at my bracelets are sticking to me. That's how sweaty I am. Everything's sticky to me. Let me just blot. Alright, that'll do. Using my makeup. Remember, get yourself a little makeup towel or some kind of a little towel to have handy whenever you're doing your makeup. Okay. So now that I've done that, I'm going to take, really with that same brush, so you don't even got to switch brushes. I could move to my F50, but I'm just going to stick with this blender. And I'm going to go into this peach color because it's like it's peach, but I think it's almost like a clay peach, so I think it will work well as a transition color. And also, peaches and oranges go really nice with navies, and that's the next thing I'm going to do. So go in the crease, and then come up. Not all the way up to the brow, you're going to leave that highlighter there. And this is creating our transition color. See how just the difference, this isn't so stark now, it's got a little bit of a softening to it. Tap off, and just put down on the outer area, and then just stay in the crease and come up just a little bit. Don't go all the way up to the brow because that's where we've got our highlighter, and we want to keep our highlighter there. I do go to the front of the brow right there and come down. Just because for me, and as you get older, there's a piece of skin right in here that kind of fills with fluid. Or I don't know what it does, but my eye doctor, I told him, I said, is there an infection? He goes, no, that's just part of getting older. And with all the product in the world, it's going to happen. So, okay, so I've blended that out, mainly out here. Okay, and if you wanted to, you could also take your, actually I'm going to use this, it looks fine. Let me just dust it off on the makeup towel. I am going to take that same peach color and just go under the lashes, not through them. That's what we're going to, this is just kind of soften this area down here, which is not something I normally do. Normally I go through the lashes, but I'm going to do that for my liner color, which is going to be the navy. So, and then just make sure it connects good on the end. You don't want a little line to stop. And also you can kind of reinforce that outer area. Okay, so now that you have, let me make sure that's a nice blend as well. Okay, now we're going to use this beautiful color. In Paris there's a river called the Seine River. It looks like Seine, but it's pronounced Seine. And it's this beautiful royal color that they've associated this with. I think Makeup by Tiffany D did Eiffel, and she chose black with sparkles, and it's really pretty. Maybe we'll use a touch of that just in her honor. You know, I think we should. All right, so I'm going to use the E45, which is a tapered blending brush, and I'm going to roll it. Roll the tip in like that. Because it's tapered, you want to get it on all those different the shorter to the longer. So, and I'm going to put down out here because that's where the most color is going to be. Is this still pigmented? Yes, it is. And I'm just going to go back and forth in windshield wiper motions in the crease. And that's just it. I'm not going to come up. And I'm going to make my little outer V here. Kind of blend that out a little out here. Yep. Did you see what I did, by the way? Put the point down in this far corner. Without lifting up, do a little circle. And look how that deposited even more. And then blend that back out. Okay, so it's just enough. Come up just enough. Especially if you had a hooded eye. Don't stop below the hood. That's the hood. So you might want to come up just enough above the hood so the hood's not so noticeable. So just a little above the crease. Alright, I'm going to do that again. Put down out here. Oh, it's not that pigmented anymore. I wonder if it's just because it's old, y'all. Maybe this needs to go in the garbage. I don't know. What do y'all think? Just windshield wiper motion. I'm mostly kind of looking to make sure that the brush is getting caught in that skin right there, so it will deposit more color. I did just add a little more blue. Just a little, and I'm coming up just a little bit so that that hood is not so noticeable. Hoods are just drops of skin, if you're wondering what I'm talking about. Okay, so there's that. Oops, it's still not enough. There. Yeah, you do want it to come up enough. Okay. And then, let's see, let's do two things. I'm going to use a short shader to go underneath my lash, but I'm also going to, there's one. What's I going to do? Okay, I've got a little point. Oh, the black. I am going to use the black. So here's Ephel, and I'm going to use a pencil brush. This is a Morphe E35. I don't know where my Sigma pencil brush is. I don't see it. So I'm going to go in here again because it's tapered. I'm going to roll it. So this is glitter, so be sure and tap off as much as you can. And I'm just using the mirror in this, which, by the way, it's got a great mirror. Full mirror. And I'm just going to make an outer V. There. And then bring it in. And black always just gives definition. And this has got a little bit of sparkle to it, so it's fine. I'm not going to come all the way in at all. See the difference? Just a little more defined there than there. Just a little, especially since this is a day look. I'm not going anywhere, but we're having a good time. Alright, so again, the outer V, you come in like it's an eyelash. That's the beginning of your V. And then you connect it, but only go about a quarter of the way up. There we go. If you want, you can go a little further instead of connecting a pure V and make it almost look like an eyelash. That. Okay. Oops, got on the lid. Well, that makes me think. What should we do with the lid, y'all? Should I keep it light or go with the dark blue? What do you think? I don't know. Should I keep the peach look? It's much more dramatic this way. Alright, well, while we're thinking, I'm going to use this short shader in the same original Sin color, this beautiful blue, and I'm literally going to go through the lashes, right through them. And so it makes the lashes look darker, and it also gives this blue hue, which we like. And it's above this peach color, so it's really going to enhance the blue, because the peach will enhance the blue. And now I'm going to stamp that into the lash line on the upper lid. Just right into the lashes, just stamp it in. Like little pushes. You may have to come from the outside like this. Almost like you're making a dashed line. There. We are not going to run this through the brows because it's not a brown or a plum. Unless you're a very unusual person and you just like to do that. So that's the look. I now will need to blend this out. And you can just use that same blending brush that you had that's already got the peach on it. Always start right here below the brow and get rid of that line. Both sides. Do that first. See, that kind of softens everything. And then just windshield wiper motions, kind of blend out. And then definitely blend out on the edge. You don't want to overdo it, because remember, you will get rid of all this blue and all this peach, and then you'll have nothing but black left. So it's much more subtle now. But I don't want to overblend it, because the whole point was I wanted this blue to show up. Did I overblend it away? I don't think so. I don't think so. Now, one thing I will tell you is I look like you have a little fallout right here. So what do we do with fallout? Usually a dual fiber brush is the best thing to use. If that's what I have. And I'd say it's worth having one of these just for this purpose, or a fan brush. You can get a fan brush at the grocery store or drugstore. And this is the small duo fiber F55 from Sigma. I highly, highly recommend having this handy, because what do? You just flick things off with it. There you go. Just to make sure you don't have fallout underneath. It just went right in my eye because I'm not being careful. And this, either side of your nose bone, pay attention to that. And down here, your little crease on your nose. Sometimes it'll get right there and there. So just make sure you get it all. Is that just my imagination? Okay. All right, I'm hearing the trash man outside. Or trash truck. They actually don't pick up the trash cans anymore. They just run some sort of a machine that picks it up for them. Hey, I'm all for keeping their backs healthy and not having a problem. Okay, so that's the look. Obviously, the blue on the lash line is much more pronounced than the now blended out in the crease, and that's fine, because it will pick up the beauty of that blue. And I feel like these earrings are doing really good for this outfit. I thought they were black, but they've got a blue to them, don't they? I like them. Cannot even remember buying these. But anyway, I know it's old. They're like